Hey guys, DB Right here, and today I am back with a what if on this channel that was started, a couple of weeks ago now, and well, by popular demand here is part 2. I know the continuation of this what if has been requested on this channel for quite a bit. Pretty much almost every other video I've done since, there's a comment somewhere someone asking me to continue this. What if Fasha survived? Part 2. Part 1 being 126 views and counting, which is pretty much viral as far as my channel is concerned. And that's perfectly fine. I have a lot of fun doing these, so yeah, the view count doesn't really matter that much. So anyway, so for those of you who haven't checked out What If Fasha Survived Part 1, here's a really quick recap for you. The story began where basically Bardock's crew was assigned to go to Planet Meat and conquer it for Lord Frieza, with Bardock, remain in his healing chamber just like he does in the beginning of the Bardock TV special. And with Tora, Borgos, Shugesh and Fasha arriving without their leader and finding that the planet's already been decimated and the population dead, they've walked right into an ambush set up by Dodoria and his men, and they are pretty much taken down relatively quickly by Dodoria's own henchmen. And and later on, so Dodoria shows up, makes a bit of an appearance so he can take all the glory, as Dodoria does. The Saiyans do not like him much. And with the Bardock eventually showing up and defeating Dodoria's men, Fasha is, she's not dead, she's just really badly banged up and knocked out. Like, really badly. Like, she may have died, she may have survived, sort of. Bottom line is, Bardock assumed she was dead as well. And but Dodoria showed up and then did his big mouth-like key blast attack to Bardock, laying him out. And Bardock eventually getting up, getting on his space boat, going back to Planet Vegeta, and the rest of the Bardock TV special plays out per normal, and Frieza blowing up the planet. And now that that's all done and taken care of, Fasha has now woken up amongst the rubble, still alive, badly banged up, and she actually manages to crawl over to her own space pod, and she flies away. And she was actually able to come across Kakarot's space pod on the way through. She got a little bit of a look inside the red window that's on the space pod and saw little Kakarot there. That was Bardock's kid. And, she's a bit horrified that she's not picking up any life forms in the area with her scouter, being close to Planet Vegeta's orbit, and, realizing it's not there anymore. Frieza has blown it up, and Fasha basically declaring vengeance for her race. And the only thing she can think to do now is basically re-hit the coordinates on her pod to follow after Kakarot. After all, she had visit Kakarot before. She sort of implied that in the Bardock TV special when she told Bardock he should see the little tyke. So it may be assumed that Fasha may have had some sort of soft spot for Kakarot and visited him once or twice, perhaps even knowing the coordinates to his space pod. And so she was able to relatively follow him to planet Earth, except she lands in a completely different spot to planet Earth and spends months to even years trying to track down Kakarot. And it's not until the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai that she actually manages to find him. She, checking out the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai, Earth's greatest fighters, this would be the kind of thing that a Saiyan would go to test his power. And rest assured, Fasha was right. There was Kakarot, now named Goku for some reason, battling with these competitors in the tournament, beating Gira and then battling with Nam, and he didn't win against Jackie Chun, but yeah. Now Fasha, who of course always knew his power level was 2, was quite impressed with how powerful Kakarot had become in this short amount of time. And not only that, was quite impressed the way Kakarot's learned how to fight these martial arts. Sensing energy without him. This is something that Fasha is very impressed with. And well, she makes her introduction to Kakarot and fills him in on who the Saiyans are and who he was, and yeah. And well, Kakarot's sort of off in his own world, realizing that the Dragon Radar is now working. He can now go off and find his Dragon Ball, and basically he just sort of ends up running off while everyone else are just basically bombing Fasha with questions. She's like, wait, Kakarot? Trying to call him back, but yeah, he's too late. He's off. He's off to go find Dragon Balls. Yeah, don't worry. You can just join us on the island, and Goku is certainly willing to come back. And of course, Fasha has been filled in about, the fact that he hit his head. He doesn't remember who the Saiyans were. And well, Fasha is more or less just sort of, accepting of this, and accepts their offer. After all, Fasha has no interest in conquering this planet. She has no interest in that whatsoever. In fact, she's kind of done with that whole lifestyle. Frieza's kind of stabbed him in the back here. The only thing she's really concerned with is pretty much getting Kakarot up to speed so they can avenge the Saiyans at some point. And well, even she knows she has a long way to go before she can even attempt that. So why not take the Turtle Hermit up on his offer, maybe learn some of these martial arts for herself, being able to raise that power level whenever she wants, sensing energy. This would be perfect for her. And meanwhile, things within the whole Red Ribbon Army and Goku pretty much begin with playing out as per normal, with him finding the Dragon Ball and dealing with Colonel Silver, and making his way to Sano's village, and pretty much taking down Muscle Tower in the exact same fashion. And well, so pretty much making friends with Ada, realizing the Dragon Radar is broken, and joins the West City, and pretty much the early start of the whole General Blue saga plays out per normal. But this is where things begin to differ, because now Goku and Bulma do have to visit the Turtle Hermit because they need an underwater vehicle to retrieve the Dragon Ball. And of course, Krillin agrees to go with him, and to everyone's surprise, Fasha actually decides to tag along. She's kind of curious about these Dragon Ball things that Goku's been collecting, and well, she's more or less to see what the whole fuss is about. And well, this is going on. General Blue's men, of course, attack the island, and more or less pursuing after Goku. And suddenly, the Red Ribbon Army are firing torpedoes at their sub, and Fasha is actually kind of excited. And I think I thought this planet wasn't exciting. And needless to say, they managed to escape and get through that narrow little passage okay, and begin their search through the little pirate's cavern. And well, the biggest difference that in this reality is that Fasha actually deals with the robot no problem, and Kakarot and Fasha take care of the robot no problem, while Bulma and Krillin have gone over here to get the Dragon Ball. And well, the whole General Blue trying to course their direction, knocking off the arrow, Krillin leaves for him so Fasha and Goku can catch up. And well, they end up going the wrong way, and both have a bit of a evening snack, you know, with that whole octopus, killing that octopus. And, well, they hear Krillin and Bulma screaming now that General Blue has suddenly come upon them, so they hurry up and catch up to him. And Krillin is about to have his face caved in by a boulder that General Blue is holding, and this is where Goku and Fasha basically more or less attack him, and they double team him, and they've damaged him to the point that there's no opportunity for him to use his telekinetic powers. He's damaged and badly hurt, and in fact Fasha actually finishes him off right then and there with a ki blast. What? Fasha, why'd you do that? He was threatening us. He was going to kill... Honestly, he was going to kill us. He was going to kill Krillin. Why wouldn't I kill an enemy? And Bulma actually more or less agrees with this, and you know, it's just not the way Goku was taught. You really are a soft Saiyan, aren't you, Kakarot? I see I have a lot to teach you by the time our journey is done. And with that, they get the Dragon Ball and they fly off. And well, this leads to Bulma wanting to go back home, and of course they give Roshi back the diamond. After all, they kind of trashed and destroyed the other one. So Roshi will get a new vehicle, no problem. I mean, the diamond is worth about 10 billion zeni, and of course Launch does try to make off with it. Fasha was gonna knock her out and do her in, but Roshi's like, don't worry about it. She'll sneeze and turn back into the good Launch and just bring it back. You should know that by now. And well, with that, Goku actually deciding that he's gonna continue with this quest alone. Are you nuts? The Red Ribbon Army chasing you? Krillin and Roshi's thinking, yeah, maybe I ought to rethink this. I mean, is your grandpa's Dragon Ball really worth your life? But Fasha just sort of puts her arm on Roshi's shoulders like, I wouldn't worry about Kakarot if I were you. He's a Saiyan warrior just like me. He won't be taken down that easily. Not if those mooks have anything to do with it. Go on, kid, find all those Dragon Balls. And well, with that, Goku is once again off to find the Dragon Balls. And well, I think that's actually where... Actually, no, we'll keep going. We've still got a few more minutes here. And well, more or less the rest of the Red Ribbon Army saga just pretty much plays out per normal, with Tao getting the best of him in round 1, and Goku kind of climbing up Korin Tower, taking his drink, and more or less becoming stronger thanks to the training, and well, ultimately defeating Tao, and then he raids the Red Ribbon Army, secures the next 2 Dragon Balls, and all that playing as per normal. And well, the Fortune Teller Barber Saga, the only real difference that's in the Fortune Teller Barber Saga is that Fasha tags along. So even if Goku were to lose against Fortune Teller Barber, yeah, you've got Fasha there basically to clean up. And well, basically, as it turns out, it wasn't really necessary to really bring her because, well, Goku ends up beating Grandpa Gohan just like he does per normal, and everyone being a bit concerned with how Grandpa Gohan's treating his grandson, you know, with the tail beating him back and forth until it snaps off. But even Fasha stops Bulma and everyone else from jumping in. It's like, don't worry, Kakarot will be fine. A lesson has to be learned here. This is actually Fasha saying this, not Roshi. And after the big reveal that, thanks to Roshi revealing that the Masked Man is indeed Grandpa Gohan, yeah, Fasha agrees that Grandpa Gohan wouldn't just come all this way just to hurt his grandson. I'm sure Grandpa Gohan wants to make the most of this. With that, the tail is broken off, and Gohan, realizing that he's on the losing side of this fight, does step down like he does per normal, revealing his identity, and Goku got to have his reunion with the old man that raised him, and even Fasha can't help but be happy for Kakarot here and soften up a little bit. It's kind of a beautiful moment, and after all, Fasha is almost becoming like the mother figure in Goku's life here. And she may not admit it. She may just go around with the attitude that Goku's just a tool for her vengeance to avenge the Saiyan race, but she has grown to care for the boy very much. And she does tend to show it sometimes, and this is one of the moments where she just couldn't help but show it. And with Goku finally gathering all the 7 Dragon Balls and filling everyone in what they're for to bring back Koopa's father, you know, Fasha couldn't help but be proud of him. You know, this Saiyan, you know, he is different to what they are, but you know, he's quite heroic, and you know, he's very much his father's son, and that's what makes Fasha more or less proud of him. And with that, Bora is restored, and Roshi more or less tells Goku that it's time for him to train 3 years without the Flying Nimbus. And this is actually where Fasha begins to part way with the gang, because, well, she just says she's more or less going to do the same, going with Kakarot. This is her chance to begin training him up and getting him strong enough that he's going to be able to eventually help her avenge the Saiyan race when that eventually comes along. And, you know, it's time for her to show Kakarot exactly what being a Saiyan is all about. And I think that's actually where we're going to leave things for now. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this story? Did you enjoy this second part? You know, with Fasha's with Fasha going with Goku for this training, how is this going to actually affect Goku's growth when we head into the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai? How much more powerful is Goku actually going to become? And not only that, how much stronger is Fasha going to become when we head into the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai? All this and more next time. Thank you guys for coming in, checking this video out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time.